It's the 17th of June, and when I tell you this has been the nicest day we have had in weeks, I am not exaggerating. This is the first day it's been sunny and warm and dry, and it is absolutely sensational. But it does mean that I've got so much to do in such a short space of time because I need to get everything done while the weather is nice. And yeah, there's so much to do because we haven't been able to do anything because of the weather. So the first most important thing is to get the sunflowers planted out. So they have been in these pots since I sowed them, and they are absolutely ready to get out and grow up because they're not gonna grow much more in these pots. The roots have just about started to poke out at the bottom. So we've got the tall, the yellow, and then the ginger nuts, which, I mean, they've all survived quite well, the slugs and the rain and the wind. So I think they are quite sturdy. I'm not sure there's much more else I can do to increase their chances of survival once they go in the ground. So I think they're just going to have to take their chances now. And we'll see what happens. I've got quite a few, so hopefully at least one will come through, but we'll see. So I'll go and show you where I'm going to put them and what I need to do before I put them in the ground, because it's not just a case of planting them up. So this is where we're going to put the sunflowers, on the outside of the wall. One, practically speaking, it's the sunniest part of the garden, so they'll hopefully actually get a decent amount of sun when it is sunny. Two, Mum hates sunflowers, so I'm not allowed to put them in the garden. So before I can even get the sunflowers in, I actually have to do some weeding, and this whole row is full of like wildflowers and it's so pretty, but it is also full of weeds. One being sticky weed, and I have already cleared out quite a bit of that on a whim. I just ripped so much of it out, gave myself a massive rash on my arms. But there are some other big weeds that need to come out. I mean, this is nettle. We've got, I can't remember what it was called. Spiky, spiny, something or other. I will remember. That needs to come out. The absolute spines on these guys, they are lethal. We've got some giant leafed thing which also needs to come out, though it does look like it's getting eaten by stuff, so I don't know whether it's getting eaten by caterpillars or the slugs and stuff. But speaking of caterpillars, we do have a mullein plant, and that has been covered with mullein moth caterpillars, which I don't think are there anymore, so they've possibly pupated, but they're so pretty. The caterpillars are really pretty. So we've got one of those, so that has to stay, so I have to realise what that looks like and make sure I don't pull that up with the other weeds on accident. But you can kind of see the extent of the weedage a little bit further down, and yeah, it's so beautiful though. It's the most perfect like wild meadow wildlife haven, and I just think it's so pretty. But this stuff will kind of stay. My sunflowers are going to go basically at the end. We've got some foxgloves growing out of the wall as well, which are beautiful. I love wall plants. Anything that can grow out of a wall is possibly one of my favourite plants. Look at these guys, they're so cute. Here's the mullein plant. Let's see if we've got any caterpillars. Oh, we do. Where is he? Here we are. Hello. Oh, he's chunky. He's so big. Look at this guy. Oh my gosh. So here's what the end of the road looks like before I even start. And the first job was to remove the huge weed. I don't remember what this is called. But it's massive, and I didn't anticipate the amount of work required to removing this thing. But you'll see me tackling it for a good while. I've condensed a long time into a very short time for the purpose of video, but I was exhausted. This soil is so good. It's full of worms. Sorry, little buddy. That isn't all of it, but that's as much as I'm gonna take out. Oh my god, that was exhausting. This isn't even gonna be where I'm gonna plant a sunflower. So yeah, the size of this thing, that is nuts. Now I need to fill in my big hole. It's impossible to tell watching the video, but the entire ground and all the plants are completely entangled with sticky weed, and so the more I look, the more I can see, and you just have to grab it and pull it. Thankfully it's not difficult to remove, it's just there's so much of it and it gets so wrapped up in everything, so it's really hard to remove it without damaging other things. But what you need to do is just pull it, and it just comes right out, which is useful. Next, I'm gonna tackle this giant spiky thing. No idea what it is. It's all entangled with loads of other stuff, so it's gonna be really tricky. And I also have to be careful of the mullein plant as well. But yeah, I think this will be a really good spot for a sunflower. So yeah, this is gotta go. Bye. apologise now for the ruckus of the cows. They were being so noisy this day, so it's a little bit jarring at times. So yeah, I can only apologise. This is giving white man holds up big fish energy. I'm so proud of my big weeds. That was so easy. Why were the other ones not that easy? Can we actually tell any difference? I'm not sure, we'll have to wait and see when I do a before and after. But I've now got a space here for a sunflower, and here, and I think that's a nettle. Is that a nettle there? Yeah, I've got to get a nettle out there. Maybe we'll get a couple more next to the wall. So yeah, just need to take out some more weedy bits. But it is really hard to know what is a weed and what is actually a plant that we want. So obviously these are some kind of geranium. We've got a bunch of poppies. These are the poppy seeds. These are new poppy heads, and then poppy flowers. We've got what were aquiledias. That's what these are. So they're now going to seed. They'll start self-sowing themselves. That is, I'm sure I know what that's called. Don't remember, but that's not a weed. And then there's these funky looking things. Yeah, I don't know what these are. They are really funky though. They're strange looking thing. This is what they look like before they open up, and then they start kind of peeling out, and then they look like this. What is this? I don't know. I don't think that's a weed. Looks cool, so we'll keep that. We've got these lovely things, which I think are scabious, which are very pretty, and climbing up into the climbing hydrangea, so they've got to come out as well. But yeah, we're getting there. successful job done. We've got some big spaces for well, some things. Sunflowers can't go there because then there's nowhere for them to grow up, but the sunflowers will go at the end, which I'm working in. Can't actually really tell because there's still so many flowers. But the wheelbarrow is full of stuff. So we've got a wheelbarrow, and then in the bag is a bunch of things. So I have done stuff. Oh, it's such a nice day. So yeah, I'm really happy that I've got these big weeds out. And I think I'm gonna go get the sunflowers and figure out where they're gonna go, and then we're gonna put them in so they can start enjoying the sun and hopefully grow. And maybe I'll get some flowers in maybe a month or two. It would be really nice. I'm really excited. I've brought the sunflowers out and I'm gonna just put them in randomly. I think we're gonna spread them out, and then we'll see what comes up. I don't know if they will survive, but I don't think they're gonna survive in these pots, so better now and give them a chance, and then maybe something will happen. But there's something definitely won't happen if they stay in these pots. So I'm gonna put them in, and then just keep an eye on them over the next few weeks, and just hopefully, fingers crossed, one will come up. I finally got my sunflowers in the ground. I'm so happy. I decided to put all the ginger nuts together because I don't think they grow as tall as other sunflowers, so I thought it might be nice to have a patch of those where they're all in one space. And then I've dotted a few of the other ones in there and there, and so if they come up, there'll be sunflower, 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 sunflower. They'll kind of be spread out, and I think it'll look nice if they come up. So we'll see. Now I need to just water them in, and then I think that's going to be this job done for the day. And we're just going to ignore everything past the climbing hydrangea. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I have so much more weeding to do on this area, but we have blackbirds nesting and probably loads of other birds nesting, so it would be silly to disrupt them at this point in time, and I think once things die back down would be a better time to weed more thoroughly. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.